Now, two things we had seen in the previous voice note, that was on anal sex. First thing about lingam, we had seen that it is always in crunch of acceptance. Second thing, we had seen that a significant amount of a man's consciousness is localized around his lingam. So, first thing, the acceptance. A man's lingam is not accepted in any form, in image form, in video form, the name of it, the discussions around it, the thought of it, the English name of it, the Hindi name of it, the Sanskrit name of it, any local language name of it. It is totally prohibited everywhere. But what fundamentally defines a man is his lingam. It's a central idea around which his whole manhood, his whole existence is centered, is expanded around. Of course, along with other virtuous qualities also, but fundamentally, as a man, that is his identity, that is his signature, that is his expression in this matrix. So, from the very childhood, every man is always told that it is not a good thing, it is not a nice thing, it is not to be shown, it is not to be talked about, it is not to be drawn, it is not to be shot, it is not to be filmed, it is not to be named. So a man's lingam always remains in this crunch of acceptance, acknowledgement, attention, appreciation, love, touch, acceptance. So when a man's lingam remains for his whole life out of all these zones, when a man's lingam remains for his whole life out of acceptance zone, out of love zone, out of curiosity, out of appreciation zone, the man in his totality, the man in his absolute consciousness always feels incomplete. He always feels a deep sense of lack of acceptance, lack of appreciation, lack of acknowledgement of what he fundamentally is, what he is. He's a man. So, you see, just the conversation around it, just the word of lingam is so much prohibited. Now, if we gradually start accepting the idea of lingam, then check out the rampage, the process, the order. First, we take its name, then we become comfortable of its existence, comfortable with its existence among us, then we become comfortable with its image, its film, we become comfortable with its real presence, the naked presence. Now, the moment a woman's face, the woman's appearance, the woman's presence is there in front of a naked lingam, the lingam feels a huge amount of acceptance, because it was a sin to show his lingam to any woman. But now it's consent of woman. The woman has accepted the man in totality, in his absolute nature, that the woman is comfortable, the woman is fine, woman is consensual with the sight of the lingam. So that's the moment when acceptance towards the lingam starts. Now the woman comes close, the woman brings face close, the woman brings lips close to the lingam, then she starts touching it. The level of comfort and acknowledgement and acceptance is increasing, constantly increasing. Now she touches it. Now, the moment she starts rubbing the lingam, it is the moment not just of an acceptance, not just of an acknowledgement, but an act of rewarding. Rewarding for being what it is, rewarding for being itself, rewarding its existence, acknowledging and appreciating and praising its existence. So, gradually, when the woman takes the lingam inside her lips, inside her mouth, deep her mouth, that is the height of acceptance that a man can ever experience in his whole life. So, again, since the oral cavity is also not designed to accept anything of that length down the throat, the throat cavity also has subconscious programming to push out the things which are trying to go inside. But since the woman has accepted the lingam, woman has accepted the man in his totality, she is allowing the lingam to go deep inside her mouth. What does that mean? It means the deep sense of acceptance of who that man is, what that man is. Please understand. So, in this level of moment, in this kind of moment, when a man is completely accepted, all his traumas are gone, all his insecurities are gone, all his lack of acceptance is gone, he is completely a liberated man. He is a creative man. He is a courageous man.